O.J. Simpson, born Orenthal James Simpson in 1947, was a renowned figure in American sports and media. His early life was filled with both successes and difficulties, including wearing leg braces for many years. However, his life took a dramatic turn when he faced legal battles and public scrutiny that overshadowed his sports achievements.
Find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187.
Simpson's first marriage was with Marguerite Whitley, who was born in Los Angeles, California. They fell in love during high school and started dating in 1965. They married in 1967, and they had 3 children: Arnell L. Simpson in 1968, Jason Lamar Simpson in 1970, and Aaron Lashone Simpson in 1977. However, their marriage faced significant challenges, leading to multiple separations in the early 1970s. In the mid-70s, Marguerite filed for divorce but retracted it, hoping for reconciliation. Simpson's affair with Nicole Brown, a waitress he met in 1977, further collapsed their marriage. In 1978, Simpson and Whitley began living separately, filing for divorce, which was finalized in 1979. The divorce settlement included alimony for Marguerite, and Simpson was obligated to pay thousands of $500 monthly in child support. However, financial disagreements arose, leading Marguerite to sue Simpson in 1981 for $26,000 in unpaid child support. This legal battle continued until 1986. After her divorce from Simpson, Marguerite moved away from their Brentwood home with the children and returned to San Francisco. Simpson's personal life made headlines again when he began a relationship with Nicole Brown. Their union brought forth 2 children, Sidney Brooke Simpson in 1985 and Justin Ryan Simpson in 1988. However, the marriage was fraught with difficulties, with Simpson pleading no contest to spousal abuse in 1989. In 1992, Nicole filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Despite the divorce, the couple attempted reconciliation in 1993, but their relationship was characterized by drama and mutual obsession. Simpson had high praise for Nicole, especially at significant moments like his induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. However, friends and family painted a different picture, with Simpson's infidelity and controlling behavior being constant sources of conflict. Friends recall Nicole being restricted in her social interactions, and her sister Denise Brown testified about a disturbing incident where Simpson physically removed Nicole and Denise from their home. Post-divorce, Nicole embraced her new life as a single mother, finding joy in raising her children. The couple's divorce was settled in October 1992, with Nicole receiving a substantial financial settlement. However, attempts at reconciliation between Simpson and Nicole continued, with police records of Nicole's calls and the image of a fearful Nicole corroborated by others. Nicole Brown Simpson and O.J. Simpson were a couple who briefly reunited publicly in 1993. But by May 1994, Nicole was determined to end their relationship permanently. She began searching for a new home and expressed her newfound sense of independence to real estate agent Gene McKenna. Nicole's tragically short life ended on the evening of June 12, 1994, when her friend Ron Goldman killed her. Nicole's death and the subsequent murder trial of O.J. Simpson captivated the nation, leading to an 11-month trial. Christy Prody's relationship with O.J. Simpson, starting in 1995 after his acquittal for murder, spanned 13 years. Prody, only 19 and working as a cocktail waitress when they met, later revealed the fear she endured during their time together, often fearing for her life. Their relationship, which lasted until 2008, was a troubled one, with Prody believing that Simpson was guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, based on comments he made during their time together. During their years together, Prody was subjected to physical and emotional abuse, a claim Simpson has denied. She described a relationship filled with threats and manipulation. Prody found it difficult to leave Simpson, citing threats and a lack of alternatives as reasons for staying. The relationship, filled with incidents and trials, eventually became too much for Prody, referencing the constant legal battles that surrounded Simpson. Another female presence in O.J. Simpson's life is Tracy Adele. Tracy Adele's brief yet unsettling interaction with O.J. Simpson, marked by a 45-minute phone conversation on June 12, 1994, remains a haunting memory, especially considering the tragic events that unfolded hours later. Adele, reflecting on that fateful conversation 25 years later in an exclusive interview with Radar, revealed the disturbing nature of Simpson's demeanor. During the call, Simpson, then 72, made a chilling remark that resonated with Adele. The connection between Adele, a 5'11" centerfold model, and Simpson was initiated by their mutual friend, Kato Kaelin. Although rumors suggested they might have dated, Adele clarified that their interaction never went beyond that single phone call. She described her impression of Simpson as very arrogant, and she had no interest in dating him. Adele's brush with Simpson came at a time when his life was about to spiral into chaos. Adele emphasized how she had moved on from the eerie experience and transitioned from modeling and acting to a career in education, a path that she found fulfilling. Despite the passage of time, the events of that night in 1994 linger in her mind. "It is surreal that it happened 25 years ago, and I feel so sorry for the victims' families," she said. O.J. Simpson's relationship with Paula Barbieri, an actress and model known for her roles in erotic dramas, and her 1994 Playboy pictorial ended under dramatic circumstances. Barbieri was drawn to Simpson's ambition and charisma, but was frightened by his temper and unpredictable behavior. She recounted incidents in Panama City, FL, where she felt threatened by Simpson's aggression. Barbieri's fear was palpable, especially during another incident in Panama City after Simpson's murder trial. She was constantly worried about Simpson's infidelity, as she discovered that he had lied about his whereabouts, claiming to be in New York City while he was actually partying in Florida. Confronting him about his dishonesty led to another altercation, where Simpson's response was both aggressive and dismissive. On June 12, 1994, Barbieri left a voicemail for Simpson, ending their years-long relationship. Legal experts later suggested that this voicemail could have been used as a motive in Simpson's civil trial, a point that was overlooked by the prosecution. Barbieri's decision to end the relationship stemmed from her realization of the incompatibility of their paths and her growing awareness of Simpson's lies, betrayals, and bouts of rage. Her experiences with Simpson were a mix of outrage, confusion, and heartbreak, ultimately leading her to seek a life away from the turmoil and unpredictability that defined their relationship. The public's perception of Simpson, once a celebrated sports figure, took a dramatic turn following the slayings on June 12, 1994, in the trial of the century. People's cover story from July 4, 1994, painted a picture of a grieving Simpson at Nicole Brown Simpson's funeral, a contrast to the later revelations of his volatile temper and abusive behavior. The 911 tapes released during the investigation revealed a darker side to Simpson, far removed from the bereaved figure at the funeral. Simpson's life, marked by charm, talent, and allegedly illicit behavior, was scrutinized. His competitive nature, often leading to dishonesty and manipulation, was noted by his friends. Instances from his past, such as his juvenile delinquency and attitude towards women, were recalled. The brutal night of January 1, 1989, at Simpson's Brentwood mansion, where Nicole was found beaten and terrified, became a pivotal point in understanding the dynamics of their relationship. Simpson's facade began to crack even in public settings, with incidents at places like the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas and on the set of the film Frogmen shed light on his attitudes towards women and his growing inability to maintain his charming public image. The pursuit and arrest of Simpson on June 17, 1994, captured the nation's attention, becoming a cultural moment of significant magnitude. The O.J. Simpson wrongful death civil trial was a media frenzy, with a defense team including Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian, Robert Shapiro, and F. Lee Bailey. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark, faced immense public scrutiny and pressure. After 11 months, the jury delivered a verdict of not guilty, reflecting deeper societal issues. Simpson's life post-trial continued to be a subject of public fascination and scrutiny, with many continuing to view him with suspicion. The wrongful death civil trial against O.J. Simpson spanned several years, with Ron Goldman's family, particularly his father, Fred Goldman, filing a civil lawsuit against Simpson. The legal battle continued intensely, and by January 16, 1997, both sides had rested their cases. On February 5, 1997, a civil jury in Santa Monica, California, unanimously found Simpson liable for the wrongful death of and battery against Goldman and battery against Nicole Brown Simpson. The repercussions for Simpson were significant, with him ordered to pay a staggering $33,500 in damages. To partly satisfy this judgment, an auction of Simpson's Heisman Trophy and other belongings was held in February 1999, raising almost $500,000, which went to the Goldman family. However, the financial pursuit did not end there. The Goldman family also attempted to claim Simpson's NFL pension of $28,000 per month, but they failed to collect any money. Meanwhile, Simpson faced his own financial troubles, defaulting on his mortgage for the home at 360 North Rockingham Avenue, where he had lived for 20 years. The legal wrangling continued for years, with Simpson facing restraining orders and legal challenges over a cancelled book deal and TV interview about the 1994 murders. In 2007, the state of California claimed Simpson owed a substantial amount of back taxes, totaling $1.44 million, which was marked by a tax lien filed against him on September 1, 1999. In the late 1990s, Simpson attempted to capitalize on his notoriety by attempting to register his name and nicknames as trademarks for a diverse range of goods, but faced opposition from a citizen named William B. Ritchie. In 2000, Simpson abandoned this effort and moved to Florida, where pensions and residences are generally protected from being seized to satisfy debts. Simpson's legal woes continued, with the FBI searching his Miami home on suspicions of ecstasy possession and money laundering, leading to another legal battle. Simpson's encounters with the law were not limited to high-stakes crimes, with another arrest in Miami-Dade County in 2002. The Las Vegas robbery involving O.J. Simpson was a high-profile case that took place in 2007 when Simpson, along with 3 co-defendants, entered a hotel casino and took sports memorabilia at gunpoint. After being questioned by police, Simpson admitted to taking the items, claiming they had been stolen from him. He was released after questioning, but was arrested 2 days later and charged with multiple felony charges. His bail was set at $125,000, with strict conditions, including no contact with co-defendants and surrendering his passport. The case against Simpson strengthened as all 3 co-defendants accepted plea deals, which involved reduced charges in exchange for their testimony against Simpson and the other co-defendants. This led to Simpson being ordered to stand trial for the robbery. In November 2007, Simpson faced a preliminary hearing and was held over for trial on all 12 counts to which he pleaded not guilty. The trial began on September 8, 2008, under the supervision of Nevada District Court Judge Jackie Glass. On October 3, 2008, Simpson and his co-defendant were found guilty on all charges. Simpson's counsel filed motions for a new trial, citing judicial errors and insufficient evidence, while Stewart's attorney argued for a separate trial. Simpson faced a potential life sentence with parole for the kidnapping charge and mandatory prison time for armed robbery. On December 5, 2008, he was sentenced to 33 years in prison, with the possibility of parole after 9 years in 2017. However, in September 2009, the Nevada Supreme Court denied a request for bail during Simpson's appeal. In October 2010, his convictions were affirmed by the Nevada Supreme Court. In October 2012, a Nevada judge agreed to reopen the armed robbery and kidnapping case against Simpson, based on the possibility that Simpson had been poorly represented by his lawyers. This hearing began on May 13, 2013, aiming to determine whether Simpson was entitled to a new trial. Simpson's journey through the criminal justice system took a significant turn towards freedom with developments in his parole status. On July 31, 2013, the Nevada Parole Board granted him parole on some of his convictions, though he continued to remain in prison due to the weapons and assault convictions. 4 years later, on July 20, 2017, the parole board granted him parole, with conditions such as travel restrictions and avoiding contact with co-defendants. Simpson's release from prison on October 1, 2017, marked the end of nearly 9 years of incarceration, symbolizing a shift from a confined existence to a life with more freedom, albeit under the watchful eye of the parole system. O.J. Simpson, a former world heavyweight boxing champion and devout Muslim, found himself drawn towards spirituality after his friendship with Mike Tyson. Tyson's journey of finding faith during his imprisonment in the early 1990s resonated with Simpson, who began exploring Islam. He started studying the Quran, showing his commitment to understanding the faith. However, his dedication faced challenges, particularly during the holy month of Ramadan. Despite this setback, Simpson's resolve to convert to Islam was strong. Kenny Sailors, working on a documentary about Simpson, noticed a significant change, commenting that O.J. has rediscovered his faith. Prison has actually set him free. This spiritual awakening seemed to alter Simpson's daily life. He engaged in nightly prayers in his cell, and according to his manager, Norman Pardo, he had become profoundly religious. Simpson's conversations, now dominated by religious topics, reflected his newfound obsession. Simpson's journey of faith led him to transform an unlikely relationship, as he even befriended a white supremacist cellmate, turning an improbable connection into a trusted friendship. This transformation was indicative of the profound impact his spiritual journey had on him. Simpson's religious pursuits weren't limited to his personal life. He began exploring opportunities to take his crusade to a broader audience, negotiating with religious TV networks. A promotional poster showing Simpson dressed in white with outstretched arms toward a glowing cross suggested his readiness to embark on a televangelist path. Simpson, inspired by internationally recognized televangelist Frederick Price, believed in his potential to emulate Price's success. Moving from the spiritual aspects of his life, O.J. Simpson's story is also one of significant achievements, particularly in sports and entertainment. His journey began modestly, but after a friend's injury in the Vietnam War influenced his decision to avoid military service. After a friend's injury in the Vietnam War, Simpson enrolled at City College of San Francisco in 1965. He chose to attend the University of Southern California, USC, a team he had long admired. Under head coach John McKay, he played as a running back in 1967 and 1968, leading the nation in rushing both years. His prowess on the field was undeniable, and he quickly became a standout player. In professional football, Simpson was the first pick in the 1969 AFL-NFL Common Draft by the Buffalo Bills. Despite a challenging start with the Bills, he eventually flourished under coach Lou Saban, becoming the centerpiece of the team's offense. He continued to excel in football, gaining over 1,000 rushing yards in each of the next 3 seasons. In 1994, he starred in the untelevised pilot for Frogman, an action series reminiscent of the A-Team. However, the project was cancelled following Simpson's arrest, and the pilot never aired. In 2006, Simpson appeared in Juiced, a hidden camera prank TV show he starred in. The show, which featured Simpson playing pranks on unsuspecting people, was a departure from his previous work and received mixed reactions. Simpson's court problems and the fact that his show was controversial were big changes from the times when he was praised and admired. The 75-year-old O.J. Simpson has had a lot of good luck in his life, both in sports and in show business. He has also had a lot of major problems with the law and with his family. After a busy past, he is now enjoying a calmer existence.